that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will put toe to leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Hardy. Powers through the defender. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire...
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the... drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Handoff from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
From the gun. Leaves it on the inside with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he reels it in inside the 30.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. Touchdown, Gator! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Shakes off the defender. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's out past the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting...
Hauls it in, the first down and more. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Spits it out to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase.
Breaks into the open. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Gators have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Dances away. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Now adjusting. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lockett. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down.
figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The sure hands, it's Daniels. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after.
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back has it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Manning. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching...
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Shoots it to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He takes it at the 45. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Gator! Special teams proving to be special. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He leaves it with his back. Oh, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's loose. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
That's a really nice looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
To the air, it's Manning. Got a man, it's Anderson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. To the air on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. With the catch, it's Lockett. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows that.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Caught over the middle, it's Lockett. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's first down from the 11. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Into the end zone. Intercepted.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Good jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's past the 30. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on!
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Finds a little space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.